just walked out.
We just walked out of Hunger Games right now. Look, give your honest thoughts real quick.
Yo, I liked it. I've never seen the Hunger Games movie, so for me, this is a good introduction because
We're literally walking out of the movie theater right now.
it subverted my expectations in so many ways because it was like 3 chapters. It was like paced pretty well. They've pushed it like a little bit. Pulled it.
It was dragging a bit towards like the third chapter, second and third chapter. But at the same time, the storyline was really good.
It was good.
It was well put together. The actors are amazing. I just don't like that main the woman who's supposed to be Snow White.
Yeah,
I don't like her.
I know it's because of the Snow White thing that she's
Hold on.
on, but like.
So we just finished the Hunger Games.
We finished officially now because we're in front.
We're finished officially. We got in a spot, bro. What are your thoughts? Like, I'm gonna be honest. All right, I'm gonna be very clear and honest about this movie. On the black side of it, I felt like they represented the black community terribly. That's my preference. This is just from a black perspective. I feel like they gave some of the likeness to this main character was black characteristics.
Yeah.
Like the likeness was all the way she sing, the way her southern accent was. Why didn't they just choose a black actress? That's what I was thinking the whole time. But besides that, when I get past even the black characters, I didn't like any of the black characters. He's either useless and weak, or he's acting like an animal and not really intellectually smart.
That was legitness. Yeah.
So they cut the lights off on her.
Yeah, they did.
That's just from my perspective. But besides that, all the acting was on point. You know, I did feel sometimes that the main character itself, the female, what was her name?
The female, Lucy Gray.
Lucy Gray. I do feel like Lucy Gray was on and off for her acting skills because sometimes she wanted to be sweet, but she just seemed too aggressive.
Yeah.
From my perspective, your thoughts?
The thing is that I looked to the details of it, and I think she did a pretty well job. To be fair, I couldn't stop thinking about the Snow White thing while I was watching.
Exactly.
I like how you play, but I know how you are
Yeah.
in those interviews.
Yeah.
Like, nah.
You completely destroyed the reality of
the story.
I couldn't get past the Snow White thing.
Yeah.
But besides that, I love Snow.
Yeah.
Yo, the transition between his character from beginning to end, amazing.
I thought, and sorry for interrupting, I thought it was gonna go the cliche way where they're gonna live together and be happy and all that. My man, without spoiling it, flipped it around, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. So look, the pacing was amazing. Towards the middle, it got a little after the whole what we all look for in the Hunger Games films. After all that, I was like, why are we still here? Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
But it seems like they're setting up for a trilogy or some type of. It seems like this is gonna be more.
They're gonna do a prequel sequel thing where a
prequel sequel thing.
Yeah.
It seems like it's, and they had so many different hints to Katniss everything. So you never seen the first or second.
No, I didn't know the thing with the Katniss. I've heard my friend next to me who said that just like in the first movie. I was like, I see.
Nah, you gotta watch the first and the second.
Right.
You'll love it. It's amazing. And just to see the way, like if you watch the first and second, you see the way the old to the new. You're like, oh, this is gonna get crazy. So I'm super excited. If you had to rate this movie, 1 out of 10.
I'll give it a solid 9 for me.
I give it a solid 9. It's definitely a must watch at this moment in time.
Yeah.
The story, an actual good story. It was giving me that same feeling that I had when I watched Harry Potter.
Yeah.
You know, that reality, that whole.
It was a good prequel because it basically, like, for the new viewers as me, they managed to introduce us in a way where I'm like, oh, I like this. It got stakes.
Yeah.
You cared. So the funny bit, it was for me that it was like very fourth wall breaking inside of it without mentioning it because they were filming it and they're like, we gotta give the audience, let the people like be like those ones in the Hunger Games, and I was like, just like for us. Thank you.
I do appreciate that when it came down to the romance part, they didn't give it to us like, oh, now she's going to make it. And it was like, no. It's like, oh, okay, that was something fresh and new from a movie's perspective. But yeah, I think the movie is a really great movie, really great setting. I had a great time with it. I do wish that they'll add more diversity within that cast with very, very vocal speaking roles. I do not like the fact that it was majority white cast, and then the people that were diverse, the Asians and the black, had none speaking roles, and it was just like, what's going on here? Even though you might say Viola Davis, amazing actress, amazing, she played her role, but even that, she's the villain, you know. And it's like,
she did well.
It's like, you know, you give that black likeness to these particular characters that you want to win. but then you don't give the black characters their essence. They all have these negative weaknesses, and all the white characters in it just don't feel like. I guess it's just an American thing, you know. We see between the lines. If you, the ones who get it, they know what's happening in Hollywood, you know. But the movie's great. You should watch it. I suggest anybody to watch it. Any final thoughts?
Go see it.
Oh, this is fire.